Reaching a big milestone in another big year. Time just keeps on marching on, that is crystal clear. 23 full years of questing, no banks or deaths, I've got my tricks. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2006. Welcome back to January 10th, 2006. Out in the wilderness for another bit of training. Current goal, 70 prayer. We're going to accomplish that with dragon bones at the Ectofunctus. It's going to be an entire process, that's for sure. First obvious situation here, we're going to be fighting green dragons, but we don't have a dragonfire shield, because or anti-dragon shield even. No dragonfire shield either, that doesn't even exist yet. But yeah, no anti-fire, which would be a huge problem if Protect from Magic didn't mostly negate the fire breath. So we're going to be popping on Protect from Magic and killing some dragons. Even use some special attack here. Also very fun. Accuracy is acceptable, so we're going to be doing acceptable amounts of damage. Get through these dragons, not a huge problem. Just do a little damage. Definitely could be worse. And we just farm up a few dragon kills. Picking up coins, dragon bones, all kinds of stuff like that. One thing we're not going to be taking is any of the dragon hides, because that would be more than we can currently deal with. Inventory space is definitely one of the things here. Ultimately, because of what we're going to be doing in order to go to the Ectofunctus, we need pots and buckets. And so, that means we can only bring 6 bones at a time. Also, while we're here, got the whole drop table. We're going to be alching some stuff, so I got a bunch of nature runes and fire runes. Also get more fire runes from the drop table. Also get law runes from the drop table. Got some air runes for teleporting back and forth. We can also pick up the coins, the bass, but mostly the bones. So we get 6 dragon bones, and then we head to the Ectofunctus with the Ectophile here, which is very convenient. A very good way to get back over here. And now is the part where things get a little bit strange. Normally, we would need the pot and the bones, and you go into the grinder here, fill the hopper with a bone, then turn the wheel, and then take the bones in the pot. But now it makes its own pot. So this means that technically we could get away with bringing more bones each time, but that's not entirely accurate. Technically, we would also need to auto grind all the bones here too, but close enough. It's automatically giving us the pot. Sounds alright. But ultimately, that means we're going to need to get rid of our pots and also our buckets here, because inventory space wise, it's not going to work. Technically the pots would still work, but as we're going to see, it's also the buckets that are going to be a slight issue. Buckets of slime from downstairs. There. Buckets and pots. My pot's now full of dragon bone meal. Teleporting downstairs. Entirely necessary. And then even further downstairs. Open the trap door, climb down, make use of the agility shortcut here, which does make this a lot better now. It allows us to get all the way down to here. And And then we just need to go around one final level here and get some slime. We can't take the slime in the buckets anymore. It's just automatic. So, what are these? Take the slime and just grab a bucket from somewhere. So that's fine. Just for inventory purposes, we're also going to just drop the pots here. So then we've got 6 dragon bone meal, 6 buckets of slime, and then we just worship for 288 XP per. And instead of giving us back the bucket and pot, since it made them automatically, we just get rid of them entirely. And then we need to claim the ecto tokens, because there's a limited amount they can hold, and then drop the ecto tokens, which we can't actually do because currency pouch. And then it's just as easy as teleporting back to Varrock. I am slightly considering a different green dragon location, since getting up to that one is a little bit awkward here. Also, as we run back towards the wilderness, we can recharge our prayer. So we will permanently be able to keep the Protect from Magic on, which seems like a good decision. Heading to the wilderness. Easier said than done. We can just go around this way. Should also work. Just need to get here past the inn, and then go around north of the... I don't think we actually even go this way anymore. We would go north of the lumbering yard here. And, I mean, if there's nothing built here yet, possibly we can still just go around. So go north into the wilderness here somewhere. See if we can actually walk here. No, we can't. Alright. This whole thing is a whole separate giant mess here. And going the other way has fairly powerful skeletons in the way, so I think we're just going to go to the other green dragons over the other side of the wilderness here. Well, that's okay. Just going to be a little bit more of a trek. Cross the wilderness wall. Previously a ditch. Previously not a thing at all here. Either way. And with this, we need to go a little bit further north in order to get back over towards where we're going. Up that way is too dangerous. Besides the new stuff that's in the way there, the rest of the low-level wilderness is not a huge deal. One thing to be slightly concerned with here is going to be food. We're going to take a little bit of damage from the dragons, but between all the running back and forth, between the 6 kills, we might just end up just automatically healing anyways. So that's probably fine. It is a bit of a trek here. I was also considering blue dragons. Just go to Falador and go to the Taverley dungeon. Take the agility shortcut there. But they are a little bit stronger than green dragons. So it would have even worse accuracy, do less damage. They also have a bit more health. So, lots of things to consider here. Either way, we just need to get into the dragons. I think overall this way is going to work better, I think. But ultimately, 6 dragon bones per trip. So, 300 trips, essentially. So, that's nice. Don't have quite enough law runes. Gonna get some more as drops, but for the most part it's going to be... might need to end up buying some more. We do get all the alks, though. So, that is a plus. That'll make us a little bit of money as we're working here. Also, some coin drops. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. See how much damage we take from fighting 6 dragons here. They respawn fast enough that we don't really need the larger number of dragons from the eastern spot. Just run around in a circle here. Smack them. Two-handed damage really does quite the number. And one more. And all these coins, all these bones. Lovely stuff. And 6th one down. Turn off the prayer. Looks like we will be able to do like at least 2 trips before needing to recharge the prayer again. So that's good. And we're also, either of these are both at low enough wilderness that we can just use the ectophile. So round and around like this, getting attack, strength, defense, hit points, and prayer XP. Should be great. 58 prayer. That is more prayer points every time. And at certain points, also more prayer points for drinking potions. But, could be all the time with the changes to hundredths of prayer points and all that. Tenths, kind of. Goes into the hundreds. Let's just say that. Anyways, later on that'll be sap melee strength. Oh boy. Calculated how much experience we were getting here. Looks to be about 19,000 prayer XP per hour. So, only like 30-ish hours of prayer here. Could be worse. 59 prayer. That is Berserker. Does not exist yet. Honestly, at this point, I don't think any other prayers exist that we don't currently have. Yeah, so, later, all of this. And there is 60 prayer. Very good. Milestone. Achievements and all that. Later on, that will be Chivalry, Sap Necromancy, God Stoles and Croziers, Animal Staves, Blessed Spirit Shields, and the Split Dragon Tooth Necklace. Well, that's something. Stoles might exist. Looks like no. Eventually here. Closer than these other things, though, at least. But still, none of that. Also got 51,000 gold from Alks and coin drops. So that's pretty good. That will be enough prayer for right now. But we've got other things that we need to go and deal with. Big, important stuff is happening over in Falador in 2024. We've got events to go check out. First, and most importantly by far, the bench sitting skill is here. Oh, a new skill. So how do I train it? Skill guide says I just need to sit on a bench. There must be more to it, surely. You flick through the pages of the bench sitting skill guide. It mentions that benches can be found in Falador Park, the city of Fort Forthree, and across Kandarin. At level 99, states that you can receive the bench sitting skill cape from Sir Tiffy Cashin in Falador Park. Also lists explicit instructions on how to gain experience. Sit on a bench, relax, take in the scenery, that's all. Finally, the perfect skill. I best get to training it. Sit on bench. Sit there with Tiffy. He sits on benches. That makes sense. It is very much a slow skill here. 1 experience every second or so. Probably 1.2, since the whole 0.6 second ticks and all that. Yeah, Sir Tiffy has gotten the bench sitting skill cape. We talked to him about that. Looking real nice. What's that cape you're wearing? Oh, my most prized possession. This is my bench sitting cape, only able to be worn by masters of bench sitting. Can I have one? I don't think you're as skilled as I am in bench sitting yet. You need to be level 99 bench sitting skill to unlock the bench sitting cape. Obviously. And then there's this. Yeah, you can sit in his lap. I'm gonna do my bench sitting skilling in the other seat of the bench here. We are honing our craft in bench sitting. 1 XP at a time. Really letting the knowledge of how to sit flow through us. Nice and slowly. Our patience and determination have paid off. Here is bench sitting, level 2. We've unlocked bench sitting proficiency. You will now earn 6,553,400% placeholder number. Update this to something reasonable once balancing is reviewed. More experience when training bench sitting. So now instead of getting 1 XP, we're getting 65,535. And the levels are flying through. At level 61, we got light bulb moment. Whilst bench sitting, you are now more likely to think up new ideas. At level 70, we unlocked the bench sitting guild. The guild hasn't been constructed quite yet, but at least you've unlocked it. Always nice to have access to the guild. Level 74 bench sitting. Bench warming unlocked. Whilst sitting on a bench, the spot where you're sitting will slowly warm up. Previously, we had no effect on the temperature of the bench. But yeah, with 65,000 times more XP, it's definitely speeding up a bit. Level 78 bench sitting. Improved bench sitting weather unlocked. While sitting on a bench, rainy weather will be less common. We can affect the weather now. That's how good we are at sitting. It's pretty wild. Level 81 bench sitting. Peaceful naps unlocked. Whilst bench sitting, you are now much less likely to be accidentally awoken when napping. Then we can sleep through the lack of rain. Everything's getting warmer. Overall, doing a pretty good job. This is also a nice lesson on the exponential increase in the amount of experience acquired per level. Because even with constant 65,000 XP drops, it still is taking multiple ones to get each level here. And we are nowhere close to done. Level 85. Tick. Interestingly, the XP rate doesn't increase after level 2. We just get the total multiplier that was supposed to be changed before release, obviously. But we gotta take this opportunity when we can get it. Level 87 bench sitting. Improved bench sitting comfort unlocked. You now relax 80% more when sitting on benches. As if we weren't already relaxed enough. And we have 80% more relaxing. Does not increase our experience to relax 80% more, even though that was kind of the whole point of how to gain experience. You have to sit at a bench and relax. So even our 80% more relaxing isn't doing much for us here. There's a little 89. So yeah. A reasonable skill, I would say. Very, very reasonable thing to be happening here. Completely normal. Very cool. Level 90, wet paint sense unlocked. You now have a 50% chance to avoid sitting on a freshly painted bench. Still, 50% to sit on a painted bench. But luckily, even if we do sit on the painted bench, we still have the 80% relaxing bonus. And we can sleep and it won't rain. So, had to take the positives here. 91 bench sitting. And now we get to enjoy the fact that level 92 is halfway to level 99. We also get bench scavenging unlocked. Whilst training bench sitting, you can now occasionally find useful resources. I wonder what useful things we will find. It was a coin. A coin is what we found. While skilling, you find a coin. It's been added to your money pouch. I'd say a coin is a useful resource. It's a good thing to find at level 95. Level 97 bench sitting. Footstools unlocked. Whilst bench sitting, you can now use footstools if they are present. Unfortunately, in our current location, there are no footstools present, so we cannot use those to any effect. Potentially, that could have even more relaxation bonus. But unfortunately, this location is ill-equipped in the footstools department. There's level 98. Just one level to go for our first 99. It's taken all our determination to relax as best as we possibly can. Very focused relaxation. The grind never stops. But here we go. We're so close. Let's enjoy our big ol' fireworks to signify our massive accomplishment and fantastic achievement here. 99. Visit Certification in Falador Park to claim your bench sitting cape. And like the title, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, the bench warmer. Sir Tiffy, how is it going? Is that cape you're wearing? This is prized possession, the bench sitting cape. Can I have one? Sir Tiffy looks you up and down, examining your bench sitting capabilities. You have a sense of calm about you, an appreciation for admiring the scenery, a good sitting posture, wooden slat indents on your legs. Yes, I can certainly say you are worthy of such a cape. Sir Tiffy hands you a glorious new bench sitting cape. Thank you. Wear the bench sitting cape. Bench. We can sit with the best of them. This is, in fact, the April Fool's event. But I'm going to wear this cape with pride. And then also wear the Legends cape. But mostly this one. It's a good time. We've also got a whole other event going on with this Easter egg teleport that's been here for a little bit. Bloomin' Burrow. Here we come. And this is where the Easter event is. There's actually many different parts of this, including a whole new quest. We go over here to Great Expectations. Requirements, none. That's a lie. For whatever reason, for Ironman accounts only, it requires a partial completion of a quest that comes out in 2019. And if my understanding of the holiday events idea they're going here with now is correct, then it should come back in future years. If it doesn't, basically you help the Easter Bunny and his niece or something. Just another rabbit here. And you make some new chocolates and stuff. Go around the world, getting new chocolate recipes, making them over here in the factory, doing testing, seeing what people like and don't like. Overall, it's a whole thing that we can't do unless we want to go through another magical time portal and do part of a 2019 quest. And it's not entirely necessary. And then once Easter is over, it's not available, so we can't just do that immediately when it comes out. Not gonna worry about it. Because there's a whole separate part of the event we can also do here. Talking to Nougat Bunny. Hey there, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Did you know you're talking to Uncle's new egg hunt supervisor for this year? Egg hunt? There's an egg hunt this year? This isn't just any egg hunt. This is the hunt for the golden eggs. So I have 3 different egg hunts for adventurers to tackle this year. We're not sure you're ready to tackle all 3 just yet. You'll have to prove your egg hunting prowess by completing a blooming burrow egg hunt first. This sounds interesting. Could you tell me about the blooming burrow egg hunt then? The blooming burrow egg hunt takes place right here, where I'll hide a batch of golden eggs around the burrow for you to find. Each day, if you can find all 12 of the hidden eggs and bring them back to me, then I'll give you a special Egg Seekers approved prize. I've just finished hiding today's batch, so take a look around and see if you can find them all. Multiple egg hunts. We need to do this one first. All around this area. 12 eggs. Egg. 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 And another egg. 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 And lastly, egg. There's also a whole bunch of non-golden eggs all over the place. Those are not the ones we needed to be on the hunt for here. So, not gonna worry about that. All 12 found. There's various locations that can be. Changes for each player each day or whatever. You can do this multiple times if you want. Don't need to. Congratulations on finding all 12 eggs. Please take this reward for your eagle-eyed effort. The bunny hands you an egg hunt clue book and a holiday reward casket free. That's your very own egg hunt clue book. Now that you've proven yourself as an expert egg hunter, you're ready to take on the Gillinor egg hunt. First week of eggs are ready to find. Don't forget you can read the clues in your egg hunt clue book. Best of luck. The second week of eggs for the Gillinor egg hunt are now ready to find. Here are clues. Best of luck. And now we can find all the other eggs. The whole egg hunt. Got 12 week 1 eggs, 12 week 2 eggs, 5 community week 1 eggs, and 5 community week 2 eggs. Oh boy. And also we got a holiday reward casket free. Let's see what's in here. We obviously can't keep anything. That'd be improper. Reward is 5.7 mil. Because we got ranger boots, 2 willow comp bows, helmet plate skirt H5. Wild. Definitely gonna drop those over. Guess that counts for collection log. We're not too worried about that. I would not say that should count for collection log, but whatever. Not gonna worry about that. Not like we can keep any of these things at all. No, whatever. So we need to go and drop all these things and get to all the locations for the Gillinor egg hunts. Oh boy. Crandor. Had to salute to make this one spawn. Had to come all the way through the secret passage from Dragonslayer from Karamja. Ned's still here. Wild. Wizard Mizgog in the Wizard's Tower has one. On top of Ice Mountain. In the exam center at the dig site, where it desperately wants us to go and start the archaeology tutorial. At the party room on the Varrock southern wall. Wyden in Port Sarum, but he wanted grapes to trade, so we need to get that from the cooking guild, but we needed a chef's hat to get in there, so we had to kill some goblins. Just sitting outside the gate to Arendar. Up with Lally with his golden sheep and golden apples. And in the Necromancer's Tower. That is 10 out of 12 for Gillinor Egg Hunt Week 1. Can't get to or Menaphos. So now we need to continue on to Week 2. In with the bear behind Varrock Palace. Barbarian Village. Digging in Lumbridge. Pond near Lumbridge. between Draenor and the Manor. Just north of Felidor. Goblin Village. Out in the desert. In Canifis. And above the Gnome Ball Field. Once again, that is 10 out of 12 for the week's eggs here. But we can't get Hunter experience or finish the Easter quest. So that's as much as we can do here. So now we just have the Community Egg Hunt 1 and 2. In the corner here, north of Alcarin, Remington, Shantae Pass, on top of Burthorpe Castle, and it all wraps up at the Ashdale Chapel. This massive, giant golden egg. If magic fades easily, appears to have been weakened by others already. It's a whole community event for the Community Egg Hunt. Needed people to show up here, all wearing bunny outfits, to break through the magic protecting the giant golden egg. Anyways, we get it. We can take it. And it's worth the most egg points. Very cool. And now we have the second week community thing we're doing ourselves. My goodness. At the Falidor farm, in the crate below the Tiny Rooster, in another massively quest-related area that we can just walk in and not worry about. Varrock Palace, Burthorpe, and lastly, into a dark cave. Ooh, so spooky. Very nature and all that. Next attempt to free this egg seems to have no effect. Okay. So people have not been here on this world to release the egg. So we want to go to a more popular world. This has just recently happened, so presumably it's on a world-by-world basis for whatever reason. Ah, there's not even enough people here. They don't have enough outfits. Okay. I guess we wait then. Or switch worlds. Also an option. Getting 22 people all in the same place at the same time seems to be impossible currently. Maybe we will return to that egg when the event is almost done, see if any worlds ever got it opened. But anyways, we can get rewards here with some of our egg points. We're gonna get an Aura Override, makes flowers appear under your feet, a spring picnic outfit, a little egg kind of guy, magic offhand override, flower loot beam, Easter trees for 4 to 3, which doesn't exist, and the emotes, or titles. These other ones are overhead emotes, which aren't too impressive. And also these things, which can't even get on Ironman mode. So, a few cosmetics. Overall, it's definitely something. But that's enough of that. Let's get back to what we were doing. Well, they got it eventually. There was also a weird bug where you had to come in and then leave and then come back in to get the egg. But egg got. It's going to be continuing confusion if that continues to be an issue. But either way, that is the egg. I think it's only still on one world. Because getting 22 people at the same time, difficult to do. So now we get the overhead emotes. Yay. And that is it. For real this time. Now let's get back to what we're doing. Now that all that is taken care of, we can get back to doing the regularly scheduled updates and such. We are in Sophonem because reasons will obviously become obvious here, obviously. On January 12th, 2006, 5,000 accounts were banned from RuneScape Classic for botting. Lots of botting going over in RuneScape Classic, and they don't want to deal with that as much, so they are changing the requirements to play RuneScape Classic. No new accounts will be allowed to access RuneScape Classic, and you need to have logged in at least once during the last 6 months to have access still. So the people that are still over there playing that, even after almost 2 years here at this point, they can keep playing. But there's definitely going to be no new people and very little support in general. But that's kind of what you expect. That was always the plan. And things will change a little bit in the future for Classic. And then a lot. But we'll get to that later. On January 16th, 2006, some slight tweaks to Doric's quest. Dialogue, graphics, telling people about what mines to go to, giving them a pickaxe, stuff like that, probably. Nothing actually changing the quest or anything. Just a little touch-up and all that. Probably the version that we ended up doing. That's closer to the old school version. But that's okay. Also, very much related to old school version, the agility pyramid is now here. Let's talk to Simon Templeton. Hello. G'day, mate. I'm Simon. Simon Templeton. Who are you? I'm Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. What are you doing all the way out here? I've been contracted to retrieve artifacts from the top of this magnificent pyramid. So why are you down here and not up there? Well, it's me back. An old injury I picked up in Sophonem has come back to haunt me. I was working for Varrock Museum, but the gold they gave me wasn't enough. Wasn't even enough to pay for the carpet rides, let alone any decent equipment. But that was a long time ago. Can't even lift a chisel right now. There's no way I can climb all the way up there. Hang on a second. You look like you're pretty agile and up for a challenge. How about you retrieve them for me? I'll tell you what. I'll give you 1,000 coins for every artifact you get for me. I'll see what I can do. Good on you, mate. We're out in the desert. So we have water skins. And this is the agility pyramid. Climb all the way to the top to grab the pyramid top. Crossing all manner of traps and obstacles. Got moving pyramid blocks that'll push you off. Balance beams and rolling rocks you need to jump across. Got some gaps, see a shimmy. Taking a drink of a lot of water here. Yeah, all around here, get an agility experience. Because it does also technically count as an agility course. And there's many, many levels. If you fail any of the obstacles, you fall down one level. And then you need to go back around again. At a low agility level, you are very likely to just constantly fall off the entire pyramid, making it not very good in terms of any experience or anything. Especially not gold for getting up to the pyramid top. But at a higher level, you basically just succeed all the time. Still not really good agility XP, except for one issue that comes up here pretty immediately. We will get to that in the next little bit here. Just keep on running around, taking a lot of damage also. if you fail like that. Alright, I guess that was just us going up to the top. The upper section is a different section, because each of the levels is a different map, and it's all a mess, honestly. This has a lot of different levels, which is more than normal places, so each one can't be on like a different level. It's a whole situation. Up at the top, climbing rocks. Grab the pyramid top. Find a golden pyramid. Pyramid top, at the top of the pyramid. Who would have thought it? You're drinking all the water here, my goodness. Enter the doorway. Climb down a steep passage, leads to the base of the pyramid. There you go. Talking to Simon Templeton. Hello, Simon. Good day, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. How's it going? Got any agility pyramid artifacts for me? Sell it. I only have one here. I'll sell you. 1,000 coins. That's an achievement. Wild. Ripper, thanks a bundle, mate. Thanks to you, I can fulfill my contract. You're a true blue, the boss will be pleased. Glad I was able to help, but who is your boss? Thought you worked for American Museum. Mind your own bizzo, mate. But if you get any more, you know where I am. So you'll keep on purchasing as many pyramid tops as you want to bring him. Unfortunately, for 1,000 coins and having to deal with the desert heat, really not worth it. For whatever reason, it's changed to 10,000 coins in old school RuneScape, and later on you can get 2,000 and then 10,000 coins in this game too. But that's from the Elite Desert Diary, which is ridiculous. We've drank all the water here, my goodness. Anyways, continuing with the agility pyramid here. On January 19th, 2006, there were some changes. They had to do a hotfix pretty quickly, because for certain obstacles on the pyramid, just running back and forth across it was better experience than doing the actual course, going all the way around, or any other agility, basically. So they nerfed the XP per obstacle, so you couldn't cheese it for massive experience. And now the actual fix is in, where trying to go backwards just makes you fall, so it's no longer worth it. And that allowed them to put the experience back where they wanted it to be. So that's nice. Also, 15,000 accounts banned for botting. It's very easy to detect. Stop doing it. And now, with chain banning, bots on a random throwaway account, they have it connected to your main, they'll get banned too. So really, just stop botting. Come on. It's a whole issue. We kind of need to get out of here because we are dying of the desert heat. It's definitely a problem. Let's get a Lumbridge. We're gonna need to be here for what we need to do next. Well, before we get to what we need to do next, because on January 23rd, 2006, we get the next quest. Anakra's Lament. Requirements: 50 crafting, 54 fire making, or 45 fire making. Neither of which would matter because we still have a much higher level than that, so it's all good. And 13 magic. Originally was level 39 magic because you needed to cast Crumble Undead, which doesn't exist because of Evolution of Combat. Also required 43 prayer to use Protect from Melee. But since Protect from Melee doesn't protect 100% Evolution of Combat again, it didn't make as much sense, so that requirement was also removed. Kind of wild. In the required item sections here, you need a chisel, runes to cast fire and air spells, and also, again, Evolution of Combat changes, making a mess of a lot of stuff. We need a magic weapon in order to actually cast the fire and air spells. There's certain situations where being able to bare-hand cast spells would have been pretty convenient to still have, but no longer the case. Also need a candle, coal, a normal log, oak log, willow log, maple log, soft clay, plenty of water skins, and some bread. Also, with the tool belt, we need to bring a tinderbox, because we don't have one on the tool belt. It's also interesting to it still says chisel here. Many of the sections now allow the chisel from the tool belt to work, but very possible there's still pieces missing. It's a whole thing. And we also need a pickaxe, because that's also not on the tool belt. So we've got a few things we need to go pick up here. Especially here in Lumbridge, we can get an axe to chop all these trees, get the pickaxe for the quest. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bronze pickaxe, which is not great at mining, obviously. Well, we will see how we get on. And we might even want to splash for some desert robes to make the water skins last longer, because that's not doing great. It kind of comes down to how much inventory space we have, because we don't have a lot. We could drop the Ectophile and Ghostbeak Amulet and just get that back again, but that would be effort. We'd have to run all the way to Port Phasmatis. I'd really not like to have to do that constantly. Ghostbeak Amulet would be easier, but meh. I will gather all these logs and coal and tinderbox and clay and everything, and a magic weapon. Or just a staff of air. Should be good. And then we're heading out back to the desert. Since we're heading out to a new area, we're going to start here from the bandit camp. Unlike when we came through here with magic equipment before, none of our items count as god items, so they're not bothering us, which is also nice. Inventory is just absolutely jam-packed here, which is going to be a slight problem. Juggling stuff, inventory management, classic Ultimate Ironman situations. Heading out into the desert here, nearby the pyramid, down to the southeast. There's now a west. And this is the Desert Quarry. We've got new rocks, sandstone, and granite, which are some pretty solid mining experience. Good spot to train. Not going to be for us, though, since smithing is our main situation with mining. We will worry about that later. For right now, we have to talk to Lazim here. Then we get an angle where our dragon halberd is not in the way. Ah, an adventurer. Could you spare some of your time to help me? Why, what's the matter? It's a sorry tale. I was once an accomplished sculptor, you see. I made statues for kings, queens, and rulers of Gielinor, but then there was the accident. After that, I could never hold a chisel again. But I have been struck by my muse while traveling the desert, and want nothing more than to build a statue in this area. The desert's plain and full of sand, and needs more decoration. So, what would you need my help with? As I said, I can't hold a chisel, but I can guide you in crafting the statue for me. I'd need you to quarry the stone for it as well. Will you help me with my art? Accept the quest. Of course. You'll have to explain it to me as you go along, but count me in. Excellent. What should I be doing to make your statue? There's a stone quarry nearby. Requires several blocks of sandstone in order to make the statue. Each of these blocks should be around, well, let's say 32 kilograms for the first one. I can't find a block that big. Well, then bring me enough smaller blocks to make 32 kilograms, and I'll deal with it. So how much do the different blocks of sandstone weigh? From what the last adventurer told me, there are tiny blocks that weigh 1 kilogram, small blocks that weigh 2 kilograms, and medium-sized blocks that weigh 5 kilograms. There's also large blocks that weigh 10 kilograms, but I doubt a weedy adventurer like you could even carry one, let alone mine one cleanly. Apparently, the more skilled you are at mining, the larger the blocks you can chip off the rock. Very good. We're drinking the water here. So he needs sandstone. We can give him sandstone. Let's drop a bunch of stuff here. Mine some sandstone. See how our bronze pickaxe does? Does acceptably. There's a 2 kilogram. He wants 32 kilograms total. There's a 5. Just bring him what we got here. A 1. That's not great. Mine away, mine away, mine away. A nice chunky 10. Love that. 32. Doable. There is that. If we get another 5 or 10 here. Nope, don't grind. Just drop them. 10, 10, 5 and 2. If we get another 10 or another 5. Another 2. That's not good enough. There's another 5. That'll work. Okay, so over here we're going to drop the ones we need to give him. Come back over here, pick up our stuff. And drop the sandstone. Because unfortunately, in with all the things. Shuffling the stuff around on the ground. It's a situation. Okay. Drop the stuff again. Pick up the other stuff. I do not pick up the correct stuff. 2 here. We're drinking. Okay. Something like that. I have some sandstone for you. We'll hand it over then. Need 32 more kilograms of stone to make the base. Do you have any more you have to offload? Yes, I have more stone. Here's a large 10 kilogram block. Thank you, adventurer. It's 10 kilograms I have now. I need 22 more. Got more? Yes, I do. Here's a 10. Thank you. 20. Need 12 more. More stone, yes. Here's a 5. Oh, joy. I'm sure I'll treasure it. That's 25 I have now. Need 7 more. Do you have any more you want to burden me with? Here's a 5. Joy, I'm sure I'll treasure it. That's 30 kilograms I have. 2 more. Do you have any more stone you wish to offload onto me? Yep. More stone. Here's a 2 kilogram block. So generous of you, adventurer. I'm not carrying 32 kilograms of your inexpertly quarried stone. That's enough for the base of the statue, certainly. Here you are, adventurer. Use a chisel to craft it into a base for the statue. How am I supposed to carry that? It's huge. Oh, stop whining. Last adventurer who helped me was carrying around a girl in a barrel. Zarak really knows why, but he didn't complain. Good times with tourist trap. Alright, 32 kilogram stone here. Craft it with our chisel, which apparently does a hammer shape. Fine. I made the base of the statue. Excellent. Now just put it on the flat ground next to me. 1 sandstone statue base. Headless statue. Looking great. What do you want me to do now? Well, the base of the statue is done, but it needs a body. 20 kilograms should be enough for you to make it. I'll get right away. 20 kilograms. Easily doable. Again, 10s and 5s and 10s would be the optimal pieces, instead of having to worry about 2s or anything. With our 78 mining, we should do pretty solid. There's a 10. So now we just need another 10 or 2 5s would also be fine. And another 10. Beautiful. Drop it. Pick it up. Just the logs. And the clay. Drop the 2 sandstones, pick up the clay. Drop the clay again, pick up the sandstones. Just refreshing the timer for things on the ground. It's the whole situation. What a statue. I have some sandstone for you. Well, hand it over then. Need 20 more kilograms more for make the body. Any more you have to offload. Yep. Here's 10. What's this other option? Let's add more stone. Why don't you take more than 20 kilograms of stone? Because adventure, I'm not going to carry more of your blocks than I absolutely must. If your blocks are too big, break them with a chisel or a pick. That's also a thing you can do. You can chisel the blocks. But we have the correct amounts anyways. Here's a large 10 kilogram block. Thank you, adventurer. That's 10 kilograms I have now. Need 10 kilograms more to make the body. Any more stone you want to burden me down with? Yep. Another 10. Thank you. That makes 20. That should be enough for the statue's body. What I have to do now, with an adventurer, is chisel it into the body of the statue. Chiseled. Add the body. Looking great. Still a headless statue, though. That's okay. You utter incompetent. Have you added the body of the statue yet? Of course I have. Then perhaps I'm still missing something. What do you want me to do next? Oh, I don't know, adventurer. Go and chisel the statue a bit more, or something. Okay, then. Chisel the statue a bit more, or something. Yeah, a little more fancy. That's pretty good. Our crafting is pretty solid. Shouldn't have taken this long. Did I miscalculate? Ah, adventurer. As you can see, the statue is nearly complete. All it needs is a head. The head should be made out of granite. You can find that quarry nearby. As for whose head, well, perhaps I'll let you improvise your own artistic vision on it. Whose head do you think should be on the statue? Ah, let's see here. You know, I've done something like this before. I had to help rebuild a statue in the city of Keldagrim, and then chose whose head should be placed on top. Keldagrim? Technically good sculptors, the dwarves, but they have no sense of art. I'm sure that none of them would ever think of traveling to the desert and building a statue here. Use the head I chose for that statue on yours. Do you even remember what it looks like? No. Then no, you can't. Now choose something else. Should have my head, your head, a god's head, camel's head. I would go for your head. After all, it's your statue. Well, that's very generous of you, adventurer. Are you hoping for a bigger reward for saying that? Maybe? Wonderful. Well, at least you have me here for reference. I'll go find a suitable block of granite and make that head. And do try to remember which one it is you're carving. Technically options here. Doesn't make a huge difference either way. You say it's your head, it's going to be very narcissistic of you. Choose a god's head, or even a camel head, which would be pretty apt. Mine some granite, which is a lot worse, because granite's a higher level for mining. This could take a little bit. And we do need multiple pieces of granite, so we're going to have to come back around again, too. Could drop a water skin. Don't really need to. Inventory space is going to continue to be a problem here. Honestly, we might end up needing to drop the one water skin here. We can also take some damage from the desert heat. Generally don't want to be in a situation where we're taking a bunch of damage for no reason. Kind of not a great plan. You try not to die. Mine this granite better. There's also potential that mining with a bronze pickaxe is not helping. 2 kilogram granite? Not even close. Not good enough. We need the biggest chunk of granite we could dream of. Mine. So slow. We could go and buy a better pickaxe, but that would cost money. And we don't got time for that. What we do have time for is refreshing the drop on this piece of clay here. So that's a plus. Probably gonna have to end up, I mean, if we run out of water here, we might end up needing to actually just swing back around, get more water skins. If we can at least get in here and use some of the stuff so we don't need to juggle things so much here, that'd be preferable. Can always just go buy more water skins. We're at Shante Pass. There we go. Use the granite with the chisel. Carve a statue. Head. What head I said I was going to use for the statue? The head of, let's see, the sculptor. There, that looks good. And pick up the clay, drop the clay. We still have clay over here. We need to drop the water skin, actually. Clay. Yep. Let's see, how's it going? And the head for the statue, but I'm not sure if it's the right one. Let me see. You decided to make the statue's head look like me, you said. I don't think much of your artistic skills, adventurer, but it's a passable likeness. Put on the statue head, and a big hole. What's going on? Ah, he pushed me in a hole. Ow! Ouch! Ah, my duodenum. Let's see, he has some explaining to do. Ah, excellent. It's all gone as planned. Gone as planned? We just fell through the ground into some weird temple. Of course we did. That's why I had you build a statue. I don't think you really are a sculptor. What are you looking for in this temple? Oh, nothing. No treasure here. No priceless artifacts from the lost ages of Gillinor or anything like that. I'll be leaving then. Wait. If you help me then, I'll give you a share of whatever we find. Well, that sounds better. So where's the treasure? At the top of the temple. We've fallen through to the very bottom, so we have to climb up to the next floor. Well, that's good, but how do I get further into the temple? The stories I've heard say that there are odd doors in this temple. They have locks that don't need keys, but rather large limbs. Yuck. You can use your chisel or pick to take them from the statue. It should be the right size. Be thankful that they're statue's limbs and not yours, adventurer. Okay. So here's a situation where more inventory space would obviously be great. We need to move around to the doors and all their situations. This one's a right arm door. We'll take the right arm first. Use our chisel. Get the right arm. Just break off a chunk of that right arm. Luckily we can use the statues instead of having to bring in an actual arm. That'd be worse. Place the arm in the lock. It fits exactly. Oh, my head. What is this with temples and headaches here? Some kind of mage here? A Nakra. At last, it's complete. A temple fit for my lord. Oh, grainy images from the past kind of look there. Very fun. We look further down this way. We'll have to find the next situation. There's an R door there. This is the left leg door. With how far we need to go and cutscenes and everything, we can't exactly go around effectively. With the left leg here. Interact chisel. Left leg door. You can see what the last one is here, so we know which one to take last. It is right leg door. So we take the arm next. And also, we have these letters on pedestals here, which will allow us to open up the other doors in the middle. Again, requiring multiple things here. K door. This is the Z pedestal. A little bit of running around is going to be required here. Ow, my head. A few times is a pattern. Here's some knights. Alright, men. Destroy the evil sorceress and her temple with her. Uh-oh. You will never leave this temple. It belongs to my lord. Magic. And they are just dying. For Avaraka! It's frozen. Not the best attempt. Not the best attempt. We're going to run around for these sigils. It's going to be a bit of a process. So we only have, again, enough inventory space. For the sigils, we might be able to get away with running around and around to each location we need to get to. Take an arm. Back this way. Through the door, through the next door, through the next door. If we didn't have all these runes, or if we could put the armor in the bank or something, we could totally get away with this. Getting a little heavy with especially the large stone limbs that we're carrying around. It's definitely something here. Run, run, run. This is the K pedestal. There's the M door. And of course the pedestals aren't connected to the same doors or anything. That'd be too easy. Ow, my head. Now there's two people here. Acthanicos. Well, why would Zemrock want a temple? You said he needed weapons instead. I wish I'd never supported him. So you've seen your sense? Seen some sense? You'll join our side? Of course. Scheming. Lying. What a mess. Run back around. Take a sigil. It's fine. K-door's there. We'll be able to open it from this side, though. Need to go all the way around first. Which is definitely a process. That's okay. Nice temple they got here. All sorts of art and stuff on the walls. Nice whole design here. It's really working out. It's really working out. Chisel, the last piece. So the torso and the head and the legs, not necessary. Mostly just necessary for the whole being heavy enough to break in the ceiling thing that we did. Well, that works. That works just fine. All the way around the temple. It's a pretty big temple. This is the lowest floor down here, so upper floor is presumably be smaller. Although it is all underground, so it could just be the same size. Doesn't need to be a pyramid underground. Could be, though. It's a possibility. Running, 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 running. Here's the R symbol. Almost there. Coming around, using these. Ow, my head. And here's a pile of bones and anacra. Surely this would make a good weapon. Skeleton! Bleh. No, no, curse it, that doesn't work. Not the best necromancer, apparently. That's okay. We'll grab this sigil here. Open this door. It's cold to the touch, the metal sigil here. R. We go all the way around. Talk to Lazim. We've opened some of it. We haven't gotten to the next floors yet. Do you know where the statue's head is? It fell off when the statue dropped through the ceiling. I've been keeping it safe since then. I'd give it back to you, but you're carrying far too much at the moment. Get rid of some, then come and get it. We do want the statue head, so should probably get that. Well, let's get all the doors taken care of first here. Open this door with the R sigil. This whole process would definitely be much quicker with, like, 5 inventory spaces or something. Place the sigil in lock. It fits exactly. Beautiful. Just gonna need to run around here like twice or something. See if we can go through the door and fit it on the inside. Seems unlikely, just the way that keys work. Could be a magical, multiple-sided door kind of situation, though, so who knows. Z sigil here. Fits exactly. Z door is open. I just need the K and the M doors, which are still locked because we haven't put the sigils in yet. Do we need all these doors unlocked? Probably not. Should be fine either way. We just need one, but having the one closest to the entrance unlocked would probably be a smart plan. And then we're going to go over here, getting this, put it in there, putting that one, getting that one there. We actually need to go all the way back around because we can't open this door from this side with this one. It all works out. It all works out. Running around. As always, having a great time with the updated run energy mechanics. A lot of walking has been saved. It's been a great time. Still, plenty of stuff to be done, though. We got this one. Goes in here. And we'll come back and get this one and put it in there. All the sigils are cold to the touch. Which is interesting because they're in the desert. But it's also underground, so not too surprising. It's not like we are out in the heat or anything. And the M. So the letters of Z, K, M, and R. What could those mean? Dun dun dun. Last locked. Unlocked. Get the statue head. And then the body and the legs. Those can just stay there. No need to lug them around at least. Got that going for us. Statue head. Try not to lose it, adventurer. Stone head. Look at that. Guess we don't actually need this stone head. We can destroy it. Get the statue head back from Lezim. Yep. Let's go grab the granite we need. Climb up the sand pile. And now, that entrance is now a secret entrance here. That's nice. We got one dose of water left, which is definitely not enough. Just need to get a 5 kilogram block of granite here. Should be great. What are the chances of getting each size here? Probably something. That's okay. Yeah, a better pickaxe would definitely speed this up. We've done enough mining with the bronze pickaxe in the past that this is nothing. We've been through worse. But still, really have to enjoy the fact that we can use a better pickaxe if we actually need to. Still, not amazing, since it's only a rune pickaxe. Mining smith and rework. What a situation. We get the job done. Back down into the underground before we get too hot and thirsty. Down we go. And now we can continue on. We've unlocked all 8 doors here. Somewhat unnecessarily. But now we have full reign of the temple and can climb up to the upper level. Or at least the next level. Here is a pedestal. Recess on the top, shaped like a head. You can use soft clay on the recess. Make a positive mold. Camel mold, P. Amazing. A positive mold of a camel head. Not gonna worry about that. Let's just look around here. We got a magical barrier. Looking very magical. Mysterious force stops you from moving through the barrier. And then 4 rooms. 4 orbs on the side of the pedestal. A magical barrier. I forgot a magic weapon. Well, it wouldn't have fit anyways, so that's fine. Let's talk to Penton here. Have you come to torture me again? What? Oh, you may look human, but I know you're not. I've heard stories. How you Majrat can take on any form, use magic to inflict pain without any weapons. Oh, wait, I do have a magic weapon. Dram staff, lovely. I do have weapons, beautiful. What? Things were a Majrat. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just as human as you are. You'll never get what you want from me. I'm a soldier of Avaraka, and will stand strong. Look, I'm not going to hurt you. Besides, I'm already wounded. I've been so for many years, thanks to this spell you cast on me. And hungry. So very, very hungry. He is hungry. Would you like a bread? Also could have brought him a cake. Would have been more filling, but bread is appropriate. I've got some food you can have. It's quite tasty. My daughter was learning to cook when I left. Haven't remembered her in so long. Thank you for reminding me of her. Are you feeling better now? Yes, thank you. The food you gave me healed my wounds, and also reminded me of my family. That helped me to remember who I was. I'm afraid that I'm trapped here, but I still remember something of this floor of the temple. If you need any hints about the rooms nearby, I can give you some help. I don't need help. It's all fairly straightforward. But we've helped him remember and stuff. And it's all good. Melt the crust of ice. Requires wield magic weapon. Main hand spell set to air surge. No. Autocast fire strike. Melt the crust of ice. Changed out looked pretty much completely there. But now the crust is melted away from the fountain. You can fill stuff from the fountain. Lovely. This orb's doing stuff? Doesn't look like it. We got a smoky furnace. Smoke clears from the room. Cast airstrike there. Did fire strike there. Switch this to airstrike to do this. We can access the metal bank for the minesmithing work here. Hilarious. We've cleared the smoke. We've melted the ice. It's very dark in here. We can look at these braziers. There's a bunch of maple log in here. Maple log. And we light it on fire with our tinderbox, of course. What's a candle burning here? Read the candle we had earlier. This one had coal fire. Put some coal in. Willow log was here. Just all these different pieces, slowly making it brighter and brighter. Oak log. And regular log. And now, it's bright. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Carve a shape to fit the pedestal. Stonehead. Use stonehead on the pedestal. It fits exactly. Because we used our mold that we made there. Oh, not another headache. Camel head. This guy. But it's still a nice temple, isn't it? What? What is this? Ha ha, you believed me, didn't you? I would never desert my lord. Magic. Frozen. Everybody's just getting frozen up in here. It's a whole problem. Ancient magic. Now we get the pedestal actually looking good. With all the correct symbols here. Apparently he counted as the blood side, which is definitely something. Dress a soft clay on the head, make a camel mask. Lovely. Anyways, venturing further in now, we can pass through the barrier easily after successfully doing all that, and climb up to the next level. Here's Lazim. Hey Lazim, how's it going? Well, adventurer, do you have the treasure yet? There doesn't seem to be any treasure here. None at all. The big skeleton promised to give me something if I helped him. Aha! So it's not attacking you? Well done, adventurer. Second brain cell must be working overtime today. We're talking about the big skeleton that's over here when we try to climb across a pile of bones. As if we already did that. Climb the bones. And everything's fine. This is where we needed, or here, somewhere around here. We need to protect from melee while talking to the Bone Guard. Over there is Anakra. Greetings, young man. Perhaps you could help me with my predicament. Why, what's wrong? I'm trapped in this form against my will. It's been a long and painful struggle to even regain control over my own mind. Who trapped you in this form? She has. She was my rival before we came to this world, and she supported that upstart Zamorak in his quest to be a god. It angers me to think of how she tricked me into slavery. Yes, I understand, but who is she? Her name is Anakra. She is the one who made this accursed temple and this bone guard that I am trapped in. Now, since you show some interest in my situation, will you help me? Of course. I'll help you. But first of all, do you have any treasure? I was just wondering. Certainly, young man. If you help me, I'll give you a valuable amulet and some of my knowledge. That's good enough for me. What do I have to do? Anakra keeps me trapped in this form with magic. Her hold over me grew weaker over the years, and I began to build a wall to keep her trapped in her own temple forever. Unfortunately, she has strengthened her spells lately. I can no longer will myself to continue building. I want you to finish building this wall, that we might seal her in this temple forever, where she cannot taint the world with her creations again. Okay. You tell me about Anakra. She's a coward and a despicable traitor. She even supported Zamorak when he tried to become a god. Of course, even though she built a temple for him, he didn't care. She's been hiding here ever since. Anything else you wish to know? What about yourself? Who are you? I was once a proud mage, and now look at me, trapped inside a bone skeleton and forced to defend my rival's temple. To think I believed her when she said she wanted to become allies, make amends for our rivalry. That two-faced, conniving, backstabbing wretch. I suppose it's our nature, after all. Is there anything else you wish to know? Yeah, about this wall. Where do I get the stone? Do you have like a pile of stone around here? Pile of rubble nearby. We have blocks that have fallen from the walls and ceilings over time. I've been trapped here for several thousand years, after all. Anything else you want? Oh, this wall. How do I build the wall? Since the blocks are heavy, you need to be quite strong in order to lift them up to the wall. Once you've placed the stones up on the wall, you must trim them with a chisel, so they do not fall off when you place the next layer. Anything else? Give me all the wall info. How long is this going to take? I was not far from finishing. I must say, it will most likely only take you 3 loads to finish building it. That should be good. Okay, I'll start building. Thank you. Once you're finished, the wall itself will shield me from the most of her magic. I'll be free to move once more. Yeah. The upper bone guard you needed to deal with Crumble Undead. And then this bone guard would attack you. So you have to protect melee so he couldn't hurt you long enough that he would start talking to you. No, neither of those things are things. That's okay. Get some stone from the stone pile. From a really hard time. Pick a block. Sandstone. Use on the wall. Chisel the wall. To trim it and make sure everything fits. Now 1 block of stone, sure. Filled in a lot of holes there. Very reasonable. We're pretty good at this. Another block here. And the stone. Use a chisel. And 1 more load. Dig through the stone. Dig, dig, dig. Add it. Sandstone. And anti-magic wall complete. No, what have you done? The wall is finally built. Thank you. Thank you very much for all your help. I can feel Anakra's control over me fading. Finally, I can be free from this imprisonment. And he transforms into a Camelot guy. After thousands of years, finally, I'm no longer her slave. As thanks for your help, young man, please take this amulet of mine. Wow. What does it do? It allows you to understand the speech of the Ugthanki, my patron animal. and other camels. It is also bound to the desert, can thus transport you back to this temple if you wish. Amazing. And the wall explodes. Anakra was not stopped by a wall. Surprise, surprise. After so many years, why didn't you just give up? Now my lord will punish you for destroying his weapon. In that case, I'm sure Lord Zeros will be happy to intervene. And they are Majrans. If you value your skull, then beware, because I'm waiting for you in the north, Ecthanikos. To the north. Teleports away. I look forward to it. Maybe we can end your worthless existence once and for all. And he teleports away as well. They're just in here for thousands of years. We show up, and they're gone. 2 quest points. 7,000 crafting XP, 7,000 fire making XP, 7,000 mining XP, 7,000 magic XP, and the Camulet. And the camel mask, which is also fun. We get no levels. That's okay. The pile of bones are level 1. That's supposed to be a bone guard. Talk to Lysium here. Well, thank you, adventurer. You just deprived me of a wonderful chance to learn from one of Zamorak's first followers. What? What about the treasure you were looking for? You utter imbecile. You think I was looking for gold? I want knowledge. Sorry. Sorry won't bring those Majrat back. I might as well stay inside this temple. It has some interesting magical properties. Ooh, you're a mage? Can you teach me any spells? Well, I'm sure I've dropped hints the size of Varrock, but you might not have noticed. I'm a Zamorakian mage. If you really want to learn my spells, you have to dedicate yourself to Zamorak. Sure, sign me up. You really thought I would teach you my secrets just like that? Ha ha ha, you are a naive fool. That's not very nice of you. I'm a mage of Zamorak, after all. What else do you expect? Fair. Fair. Let's go talk to a camel. Because we have that power now. And also, it teleports you back to the temple here. The Camulet. It's a camel amulet. Amulet of Camel's Beak. Makes vague braying noises. Amazing. Fantastic. It's also recharged with camel dung. So, the feud. Get more hot sauce, get some camel dung. Ask the camels. Looks like the camel would make a nice kebab. What was that? Nothing important. Well, it was really hot, don't you think? Not hot for camels, surely. Are you joking? It's burning hot out here. Seeing by the oasis is the only way to stay cool. I thought camels carried their own water in their humps. It's never enough. And it's always far too hot to go anywhere in the desert. Sometimes I wish I could go traveling in cooler places, like all those adventurers I see passing through here. Well, adventuring is thirsty work as well. Oh, that's a pity. In that case, I'll stay by this nice cool oasis. Brilliant. We can just talk to camels now. Ain't that something? Go down to a camel down here. There is Alice the camel. We got... Coming down here. Al the camel. I'm gonna... If we go near that camel, I'll probably bite my hand off. Sorry, were you saying something to me? Oh, nothing important. Never mind. It is unimportant when I have such important matters weighing on my soul. How important can a camel's problem be? Well, you see, this camel called Ellie. Beautiful, wondrous camel, with highlights spun gold and teeth that shine like an oasis. I see. I've read many poems describing her beauty. Would you like to hear one? I'm alright. Shall I compare thee to a desert today? Thou art drier and more rough-skinned. Rough sandstorms shake the cacti away, and summer's heat defers to autumn wind. Look, I don't really have the time to... Someone's sometimes too hot. The eye of heaven shines. with Gothix's gold complexion often dined, and ever fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or desert's changing course untrimmed. Please stop. I've only got 6 lines left. That's 6 too many. If I really want to hear your poetry, I'll tell you, okay? Very well, come back and talk to me if you want to hear more. Poetry from camels. What will they think of next? Yeah, there's a few more camels around, but that's the general vibe we're gonna get. Just random camel talk. Probably wearing the camel mask is not helping, but that's okay. Well, that's enough of that. We can drop a whole bunch of stuff, go kill some more green dragons, get more prayer XP, continuing on, training, working towards the future. Because the future keeps happening. Next time, goodbye.